agree to allow your personal and professional to be mixed, or should they be separate?
That should be separate.
What did I tell you, Joe?
Sam, finish. Ask me another
You
question.
mean Josiah?
Okay, so we've been arguing because Faze Banks feels betrayed, which I understand. He is allowed to feel upset
Yeah.
because he's being sued technically. Da 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 da. And then Joe was like, and then so I've been talking to Joe. I personally don't think though that if you should let your emotions about being sued affect your and your friend's relationship, regardless if it's the person. Like you should keep it
No,
professional.
it's because he was trying to keep it professional, but like Chief won't even fucking pick up his calls and stuff. Like, that's
And no, and then that's where I then understood. That's what I'm saying. That's what I've been trying to tell Joe. If that whole call thing wouldn't have happened, regardless how it made Base Banks feel, he does not get to then let it affect him and Tfue when it is only a professional matter and should keep it
But
professional.
yeah, but then like at the same time, like Banks like really fucking cares about his team.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And
Yes.
if you watch the video of that Banks that's blowing up right now,
Mm-hmm.
like Banks his team, like he's the owner. He made that shit. Tfue basically like the power Tfue has. He could like a he can't destroy it because Faze is bigger than Tfue. He can make them look bad, and he's kind of making them look bad right now.
But that yes, I just still see Joe. I still ain't being proved wrong.
You are. What the fuck? He just
How?
said everything I just said to you. He just said. What the fuck are you talking about? You asked
I
him
am
one
agreeing.
question
You don't
about.
get it,
Wait,
Joe. I am agreeing
Oh my
that. What
god.
do you mean, Joe? See, you're not listening. I
what's your
am.
even point? What's your point?
Joe's been trying to say that I'm wrong about the whole time about letting the personal and professional coincide together.
No, this is
All
what I.
I
Oh my god.
Joe, all
But
I have been
on
trying to
Banks, I think he has the right because like he's like really fucking big homies with him and shit.
Exactly.
Like
he's yes,
like
he
he's
is
really
homies with them,
close with Tfue.
but that's his choice though. If he decides to let that personal though that
And
his
Banks
personal
made
feelings.
Tfue. Faze made Tfue. Tfue was not like popping until he joined Faze.
Well, yes, and we know that.
Yeah, and
But
like
what? See, but Joe doesn't get it. What my whole point is, I'm not disagreeing. Like what I'm saying, if we go based off of all that Tfue or that has been leaked about Tfue and and Banks, if we're going based off of all that has been said so far, if we're gonna say that everything that has been, because so far nobody has shown actual proof. Nobody has shown actual proof about any of the money or any of that. Nobody has actually made actual proof. What I'm saying, if we are they'll still going to act as if it is all still proof, then what I am saying is that Banks doesn't get to affect his and Tfue's relationship off of Tfue professionally leaving a team and professionally suing a team. He gets to feel those emotions, but he doesn't get to make those emotions affect his and Tfue's relationship. That is where I think he is mixing the personal and professional. And that's what I am trying to say. I am trying to say that Banks is allowed to feel what he is feeling.
yeah, I feel that, but like the thing with Banks is like his profession is his personality. Like he fucking is Faze. Like that's the
Thank you.
thing.
That's what I'm
He's
trying to
different.
tell
I
this
get that,
nigga.
but
Like I agree with the
I'm
person.
telling you,
I
bro.
Joe, and I get that, but
Oh
you're
my
supposed
god.
the rationally, if you are rationally making decisions, you separate the two regardless.
Mhm.
You separate the two regardless professionally. That is what I'm trying to say. I get it. Faze is him, but that doesn't matter because it is not him actually being sued. It is the company. You have to look at it from not just a human, you have to look at it from a statistical standpoint. You have to look at it from a professional, like you have to look at it from that kind of a standpoint.
Yeah.
Faze himself is not being sued for Faze being a bad person. Faze Banks is technically being sued because Faze Banks' company could not take care of the problems that Tfue is suing him for.
But
So
then at the same time,
therefore,
they said they took 0 from him, from all of the things that he said.
but there's no way though, because he said he took 60K. So how can coincide those? Like, how is he going to be able to prove that they took that 60K but also didn't take
No,
the rest?
They didn't say they did take 60K. They made 60K. There's a difference. Taking is like stealing. Making is just like using.
Well, okay then. They made 60K, but they don't have any. How in the world have they made the 60K and used the 60K if they've made 0 from him? If they've
Sponsorships.
taken,
No, in their statement, I'm pretty sure they said that they took 0, but
but then how do they make 60K?
Because of the brands that they
in
brought to Tfue.
sponsorships.
Exactly.
So technically, Tfue made the 60K, or Faze and Tfue made the
Yeah,
60K.
he made the
Okay,
60K under a contract, which goes to them.
right. Which,
They didn't take it because he signed it contract in the first place.
well, but that's
And I don't even know why he's tripping over
technicalities.
60K. He made 60K in a fucking like day.
More than
But that's
250 during the day.
technicalities though. That's what I'm saying. Is that's all like technicalities of where it actually goes. I'm saying like look at the bigger picture. If we're going off of technicalities, yes, technically they didn't get any money. Technically Tfue got it because Tfue's a part of Faze and he got the brand deal. So technically Tfue got the money and they only made that much. That I that's the technical term. What I'm saying, what I meant was when they said it, it made it sound like they had taken only 60K from all of the earnings, but that is if you want to go technical, that is how they had it situated, was that they did make 60K but didn't take it, but that's because Tfue got it himself through the like deal. But they all, that's what I'm saying. Like, you know,
Yeah.
like I'm not saying Banks is wrong. I'm not saying Banks doesn't get to feel his emotions. He gets to feel it. I just think the way that
Oh,
professional,
and when you said that they what did you say like Banks is 60,000 and like the Face Clan's official thing, they mentioned 60,000 in the tweet.
Mm-hmm.
I saw it. I just looked it up right now. It said, in fact, we only collected a total of 60,000 from the
That they're
partnership.
actually giving away because they're doing Friday Fortnite. So
Yeah.
see, but they take this. They
Wait,
took the
and I'm confused. Did Tfue say it was a 2080 where Tfue gets the 20?
yeah,
yes, that's what I'm saying.
And then Face Clan's saying that they get the 20.
Only took 60. That's what I'm saying. That is why I said I think that the way Banks is handling some of it isn't too professional. He's letting his personal feelings override too much.
I
Because at the
mean,
end of the day, he has got to keep this, in the end, professional, because it is always going to be a professional matter, day in and day out, case
well, he's
closed.
the owner of that team, but he's not on like the business side really. He doesn't make investments. He's not like that stuff. So like, and in the video that he made, he split it into two parts. One that was like actual factual stuff, and then the other one was just his feelings.
mm-hmm.
No, and I watched it. But even then, he didn't really show factual stuff. He didn't show any bank statements, didn't show any paper trail. That is why I say I don't know if
But
I believe.
but FaZe did under social medias.
Mm-hmm.
Then I
Banks
would like. Then I would
Banks is just
actually
the
like to
owner.
see them.
He's not into
Then
that
I
stuff.
would like to see where's that receipts. Where are those receipts? I would like to see those actual receipts, and I will change my because I'm not saying I agree with Tfue. I'm saying if we're going based on all of what has factually been shown, I agree with Tfue a little more than Banks because I feel like he has a little more ground to show the factual side. But
And
I
isn't
am
it
not.
just his dad? Not even like him, Tfue.
Yeah, no. I would believe it's his dad 100%.
Because I don't think Tfue would
His
ever do
dad's off.
this.
His dad's off the rocker, bro. His
Yeah,
dad actually has problems. I mean, all right. So who has those receipts of the money? I would actually like to see those.
I don't know. But that was just confusing when I first saw it because like Tfue's making so much money,
Exactly.
and it's from him being in FaZe.
Exactly.
I mean, he would have got the tournament earnings regardless, whether in FaZe or not, because he's a good player. But like from the social medias, it's just from FaZe.
See, and that's what I said. That because we were also arguing because we were like about the credit or whatever, and I was like, he deserves to give him credit up until Friday Fortnite, and then everything else Tfue did himself.
Pretty much, yeah. But that's what got me popping, because that was right when.
Well, yeah, and as long as this is also my thing. As long as he gives, this is where I say Tfue is finding where he's at. He ain't doing nothing wrong. As long as he gives Faze Banks credit for what he did for him, he is fine. And if he's still he's still going with the legal procedure, as long as he gives a credit and all that, he is fine, and there is no problem, and Tfue is doing nothing wrong. And that is why I say Faze Banks does not really deserve to feel betrayed, as long as he gives him that credit.
No,
for what
I think he does deserve to feel betrayed, because like he
Amen.
literally gave him like the opportunity of a lifetime.
Exactly.
Like,
I get that,
if you
but
want, like Cloak even
but-
said that he didn't want to play with Tfue.
I get
And
that,
then-
but that's like, now we're getting into it. Like, I get he feels betrayed because he did give him the opportunity of a lifetime, but that was his choice. At that point, it is Tfue's decision if he wants to stay or not. It is not fair for Tfue to have to stay to Faze just because he made him, and
He's on a 3-year contract though. He kind of has to. He signed it.
Exactly.
Well, yes, and I know that.
And he's making so much money from it.
Exactly. Thank you.
And I know that too, Joe. Why are you saying exactly? Me and him are literally having the same conversation you and me are having.
Exactly, because he's literally telling you everything I've been saying to you for the past 2 hours. He's
Okay,
literally saying the
I
same
never
shit I just said. Like, I don't know what.
And I never denied any of it. That is what you're not getting.
Yes, you did, because you would just bring up some more bull.
No, you're not listening. I am agreeing with everything you are saying. What I am saying is you are also not agreeing with my perspective, because my perspective, what I am saying, if we want to get technical with it, is still right, regardless.
Your perspective is that he doesn't feel that you don't feel that Banks should feel betrayed.
No, my
and I said he should.
No, that is not Joe. I am getting technical with you. My honest opinion is that I think that Faze Banks is bullshitting a little bit and using a little bit of the personal ploy to get people on his side on a professional matter, using personal and emotional tactics. I think that he deserves to feel betrayed on a certain level. Up until that level, I don't think he gets to feel anymore, because at the end of the day, he is trying to get out of his contract professionally by professionally suing them. So at the end of the day, he only gets to feel betrayed.
Yeah,
so
he's doing
much.
that professional stuff, but it's apparently a lie. So I would feel mad too.
Exactly.
If a dude's lying on our fucking whole brand.
Well, if it is a lie, then I completely side with Banks and feel betrayed. What I am saying is, right now, none of us know actual factual stuff until the lawsuit comes up. That's when
true.
actual concrete facts come up. That is why
Yeah, I
I
agree.
say Banks gets leniency from me and gets to feel betrayed, because that is allowed in every single human being to feel emotions. What I'm saying is the excess amount of feeling is the problem. What I'm saying is, if we're gonna go off all that, factually, he has no room to feel 100% betrayed. He gets to feel betrayed, maybe, let's say 60, 50%, whatever, because he made him. He gets to feel that betrayal. But he doesn't get to feel the full 100 betrayal until the actual factual shit come out. That is what I'm saying. He doesn't get to just put it all on Tfue and all just... Until the actual facts come out, I think they are both at a middle ground point in who's right or wrong.
I agree with that, yeah.
Listen.
But I agree
Joe,
with that.
No, shush.
We don't
I know.
know
I understand you
what's
agree with
wrong.
that.
We don't know that yet.
I know, and I understand that. Listen,
We know that Faze Clan, they said something, but I believe Faze Clan kind of, because like they're the biggest like gaming org ever, and like why would they lie?
Exactly.
They're literally the biggest ever, probably the biggest ever be.
They have a lot to lose, so why would they lie? Exactly. Why would they lie?
Because everybody else in the world that is famous has a lot to lose, Joe, and they still lie. The college
Yeah,
scandal
that's the
with
point.
those...
Yeah, they could lie just for the reputation keeping.
See, Joe, reputation doesn't mean... That's why I say I kind of face with Tfue right now because you don't know if Banks was telling him how he bought all his equipment for his PC and everything to use that as a emotional tactic to pull people to his side on a professional matter. Do you see what I'm saying?
So let's just go back to the facts, okay? Let's just go back to the facts, because you.
Okay, if we're gonna go back to the facts,
No,
Tfue is suing Faze.
I'm talking about facts as in what you said. What you said earlier. You said this is what
did I say
when I initially came to you. I said I think Banks is telling the truth. I feel bad for Banks. This is crazy. And you said.
And I said I don't know who I believe, but if we're gonna go off of just what we're being
what
shown,
we know right now,
Tfue
yeah, exactly.
Right.
You said Tfue is right. And you said you think that they're taking 60% of the money that Tfue is making.
I don't think they are taking 80%. I think they might be taking 60 to 70. I think the 80 is a little bit more of a cushion for like for legal shit for when they go into all that. I think the 80% is going to be the cushion. I think that is why people do that, to throw up a little bit more. They flare shit, bro. You know how people work. I think he's taking 60%. That is what my personal opinion right now is. I think that Faze Banks does feel upset, and he does get to feel upset, but I think that he is not showing 100% what he actually and truly feels. I think that he is using a little bit of that emotional ploy to pull people in on this to get his side. I think that, and I think that there is a little more going on behind the scenes, because people don't give a fuck about what they have to lose. People just don't care, man. People do whatever they want to do. Like how you and me were talking, how I said based off of principle I would go to jail. That is because I am doing that regardless of what I have to lose. I am doing what I want, right? That is why I say I think he is not telling the full truth in what is going on with the company. I think that he knew about the problems Tfue has claimed, and that if the Tfue's claims are true, that he knew about those problems, didn't do anything about it, and that is why Tfue is now suing, because he has known. Because even though it hasn't been directly through Banks, obviously Banks has to know. Faze is Banks, but the fact that he didn't then do anything about it, and then Tfue decides to leave and sue when Banks could have fixed it, because he probably knew about it, the money situation. That is why I say Banks doesn't get to ruin their friendship or feel betrayed as much as he might because of that. That is what I am saying. That is
Sam,
my opinion.
This is what I'm saying. Let me speak, because you speak.
Do you get what I say? Do you get what I'm saying now, though?
I've been understood what you're saying, but that's the part of the debate, Sam. It's a debate because I don't agree. I get what you're saying, but I don't agree with what you're saying. That's what I'm saying. That's why I had Medium come in here for a third opinion. We had one question. I came in here and I asked Medium, what do you think that Banks should feel betrayed? The answer is yes. So in that sense, I am correct.
That's not what my question was, though. But that's what your question was. That's the thing, Joe. That is what you wanted to know. That is not what I wanted to know.
Yes, it was, because that's what we've been arguing about this whole time.
No,
you say
what I wanted to know is if that he should let personal mix in with professional and feel as betrayed. He gets to feel a little betrayed, Joe, because that's just how it goes. What you are saying is he gets to feel betrayed like 100%, when I'm saying he gets to feel betrayed like 50%.
No, he should be betrayed 100%. If you
No, he shouldn't, and that is why you and me are having this argument, this debate, because of that, bro. Because that is why I say. That's why I say you're wrong, Joe. Because he gets to feel betrayed, but only 50%, because the professional side of it all.
So Medium didn't do
the professional side. The professional side knocks out so much personal side.
I need somebody else in here. I need to get somebody in here right now to explain this shit to you. I need to get somebody else in here right now because you're asking, because we're still at a standstill. We're still at a motherfucking standstill. Okay, I got somebody in here. He said the same shit I just said to you, and now you're gonna. I know I'm not. I don't know what the fuck to do. It's literally explaining the same thing you. I get somebody in here else to explain the same shit to you, and you
Get
still
Sluts,
saying
get
the same
Ivory.
shit.
I don't care.
I
I'm
can't
gonna
get
say the
Ivory.
same
He's in the
shit.
military. Fucking
What
out.
I am saying
Omi,
is
please
that
tell me Omi's on. And Omi, oh my god, Omi gets. Omi don't know shit about that, right? Omi not gonna say. Omi probably
you
doesn't know what's
no.
going on.
See, that's what I am saying. I myself just don't. I think he is allowed to feel betrayed only up to a certain point. After that, I think he is taking it too far because of the professional side of it.
Oh my god.
And Joe, you have to understand. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter if he does get to feel the 100%.
That's not what we were debating, Sam. It doesn't matter if.
Then what are we debating?
We're debating if he gets to feel betrayed. It's not gonna affect the legal whatever the legal shit is. But you're saying he can't feel betrayed. He shouldn't feel betrayed. Okay, he should.
I
and
said
I've already given you examples of that.
I said he doesn't get to feel betrayed as
100%.
much as you're saying.
You said he doesn't get betrayed 100%. No, you said he doesn't get
Yes.
feel betrayed at the first. And now when Medium came in and said what I said, then you said, okay, 50%.
No, see, that's
so
stupid.
maybe if I get one more person in here, you'll say 100%.
Wait, before even Medium came in, bro, I was like, he gets to feel betrayed, but doesn't get to let that affect him and Tfue's relationship.
What does being betrayed make you feel? Like, I don't understand what you don't get about that. Like,
Joe, I don't think you understand. It
Sam,
doesn't
it's not
matter.
Me, it's you.
It doesn't. No, Joe. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter how betrayed he feels. Okay? He only gets to feel or act upon 50% of it because it is then morally wrong for him to let a professional matter affect his personal relationship. It is morally wrong. That is actual facts, to let a professional matter affect a personal thing. So he gets to feel personally upset because he is human, and that is why he gets 50%. The other 50 is the professional side, and that is why he is not right in feeling all 100% betrayal. Do you now see what I am saying? It is because the fact that he is human and is the owner that he gets to feel some sort of betrayal. Other than that, he doesn't get to feel shit because of the professional side. Whether you feel it or not, you have to suck it up and deal with it. That's what I am saying. You have to suck it up and deal with it regardless. Because of the professional side.
Okay, so you have to suck it up and feel it regardless, but you still can feel 100% betrayed. And I would feel 100%. I've already given you examples.
Yes.
Like, I don't understand what more I have to do to explain to you
Joe,
that he should feel
listening.
100% betrayed because he can't even get a phone call back for somebody that he helped get big. He helped him get big, and then you can't get a phone call?
And if we find out that Tfue is doing this because of that, no, see, but we don't know that, Joe. We don't know that he's not answering because
yes, he does. He
of
said
Banks.
that. Banks said that. He literally just said
Banks said that, Joe. Tfue did not. We cannot base off of Tfue's feelings based off of what Banks says.
Oh my God! Why would Banks lie, Sam? Why would Banks lie? What reason does Banks lie?
Right, Banks know how Tfue feels. Banks knows how Tfue feels. Banks is Tfue. Thank you. You're making so much sense right now, bro.
Sam, you're not making any sense. You literally just changed your argument as soon as Medium came in and said the same thing I said, from 0 to 50%. Like, what are we talking? Like, what do you mean?
I didn't say 0 in the beginning. I didn't even say.
Yes, you did. You said he shouldn't feel betrayed.
I said he shouldn't feel betrayed up to a point.
Oh my God! I should have recorded that part so I could go back and show you this shit. Holy crap, bro! Oh my! I gotta get somebody else.
Fine, I will keep my opinion. He does not get to feel betrayed because of the professional side. Fine. Either way, bro, I'm saying the same shit over and over. Whether it's 50 or 0,
no,
bro.
that just proves that your argument is just less effective because you keep saying you just switched your opinion from 50 to 0 to back to 0. So which means that you're not studying what you believe.
You don't get it. It doesn't matter about the 50 or the 0. I am saying he does not get to feel it because of the whole professional side. He does not get to act upon it and feel it, and he gets to feel it, sure, but he doesn't get to act upon it, Joe, and let it affect other shit when it is all professional, black and white at the end of the day.
Sam, it can affect his relationship with Tfue. It 100% can because he's still in Faze Clan and Banks is Faze Clan.
From his Joe,
Like, do
you
you not
don't get to
understand
put
that?
those two to.
Yes, you
I
do.
get
He
it.
created Faze Clan. He's Faze Clan. That's
Not
what.
professionally, you don't.
Yes, he is.
No, just because he is Faze Clan does not mean he gets to sit and wallow in it and let it affect him and Tfue. You understand that he has to keep Tfue suing Faze separate for him and Tfue's relationship because he is not going towards and directing it towards Banks. He is directing it towards the company, regardless if the company is him or not. You are supposed to separate the two, Joe,
I
and that
wish.
is the problem
Yeah,
right
I just
there.
wish. These are the moments I wish that I could just have Banks at this phone call right now and be like, Banks, can you fucking explain to this Negro? Hold up, let me try to get somebody else in here because
And if Banks were here, I would say the same shit, bro. I would
Banks
say
will
I
cook
get
your
you
ass
get to feel,
alive. Banks will
and I would
cook
say
you
I
alive.
get you to feel upset, Banks, but you don't get to let that affect the professional side and let it affect you and your relationship.
And then he would cook you on some other way.
And then I would say, and you can cook me, but you are wrong in that as a being. Regardless, that right there, that is my opinion, and that is not a changing. He doesn't get to mix up personal and professional with it. He gets to feel the personal, but he doesn't get to let it affect the professional.
Hold up.
And that is why FaZe Banks is wrong. And that is why he is wrong. And that is why I say I'm right, Joe. For that right there.
I think you just want to be right, and you want to be right, and you're just trying to find some way that you can be somewhat right when you're completely wrong.
I'm not, though. I have thought about this, and I will completely stand behind it. And if the facts start popping out, and they start showing the Tfue, I'm gonna be telling you, bro. I truly think he's using all this emotional shit. I definitely don't think he is as emotional as he is. I think he's using it and magnifying it for all of this shit. For it all, for the tactics, for the emotional for all of the tactics that they are doing for when all this shit goes down. I think that is why he is doing it. I don't think he truly 100% feels betrayed. And even if he does 100% truly betrayed, this is a legal matter. You are not allowed to mix personal and legal. So he has got to suck up his feelings and deal with it professionally. So that is why he does not get to let it affect a relationship because that has part him. This professional thing has nothing to do. Tfue didn't leave FaZe Clan and then jump FaZe Banks. Like he didn't jump him because he's the owner of FaZe Clan. That is why I say he doesn't get to let his feelings about a lawsuit affect his about his relationship with Tfue. He does not get to allow his feelings on a lawsuit to
Yes, he
affect his
does.
relationship.
Yes.
No, he doesn't. See, and that is the problem. That is why you are wrong. That is where you are mixing personal and professional together.
You see what I'm
You are
saying,
not
bro?
allowed
I
to
go through
mix
this
the
every
two.
day, bro. I go through this every time I debate with you. There's no. Oh my god. You just don't
Why does he get
understand.
to mix the two? Why does he get to mix personal with professional?
Sam,
Why?
if you clear cut ask me, if you just straight up ask me, Josiah, do you think business and your personal stuff, do you think that should be mixed together? Should it? Absolutely not. But let's just look at this.
But
Let's just shut
exactly.
up for two
So you
seconds. Just
no,
listen.
Joe. Exactly. You are letting it right now with the Banks and Tfue situation mix.
No, shut up. Listen. God damn it, you just don't listen. This is why I don't. Tfue's dad is his manager, correct? Which it brings in this sort of personal like shit, But it's
Why? Why?
because it's
Why does he keep
family. It's
bringing it?
family, you know how you
But
say you shouldn't mix family and
you
business. It's the same thing.
use
It's the same thing. Shut up. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Shut up.
exactly. It
It's the
is the
same
same
thing.
thing.
But just because you're not supposed to doesn't mean you can't. It doesn't mean you see what I'm saying. So you can bring it in there, but you
I
shouldn't.
mean,
You
yes,
shouldn't,
you
but you
can.
can.
Yes, you can. That's what. Yes, Joe. You're finally lit. You're finally
I'm not
agreeing
finally
with
listening,
me.
that's from
You
that's.
are agreeing with me.
I'm not
You
agreeing
are
with you.
not
You're wrong.
supposed to. I am not saying that he is. He is probably going to bring the personal side into it. People are humans and they are dummies and they bring the personal side into a professional matter. I'm saying you are not supposed to bring it in.
No, Sam, I just came down a little bit and kinda sorta supported what you said, and then you just said, "Yep, there it is." You agree with me? No, Sam.
You literally are saying the same thing I'm
No,
saying, Joe.
I'm not. No, I am
You
not.
just stop. Just listen. I'm literally about to go back over what you said. You just said if you ask me if you're allowed to, if you bring personal into professional, I say no because you shouldn't. But that doesn't mean he isn't. He can, which is the exact thing I've been saying. He can bring personal into professional, but he shouldn't. And that is why I say Faze Banks is wrong in what he is doing because he is bringing personal into professional.
But in
When
this
you
situation,
shouldn't.
in this specific situation that we
And
are
that
talking
is why
about right
you're
now.
wrong. And that is why you're wrong because it doesn't matter the situation.
Yes, it
Everything,
does.
when it comes to being professional, it is all black and white, Joe.
No, it's
Right?
not.
What?
Not with this situation, Sam.
Bullshit, bro.
I've already given you examples.
When you go to court and you look at it and you look at, let's say, a man that has problems in his head, let's say a man is schizophrenic and he rapes a girl. They are not going to look at it gray like and say, oh, well, he had schizophrenia. He doesn't get to go to jail for raping her. They are going to look at it black and white, legally black and white. They are going to look, it doesn't matter if he has schizophrenia. It doesn't matter if he feels bad about what he did.
Okay.
He did it,
Okay.
and that's the point.
I'm tired of running around circles, and we're just saying this. We're literally just saying the exact same things, and then we're saying it, and then we're yelling it, and then we're saying it, and then we're yelling it. So this is what we're gonna do, okay? What are we debating about, okay? What do you think is right, and what do I think is right, okay? Let's just.
What I think is right, Joe, is that he is not 100% sanctioned and letting his feelings affect the professionalism of this legal case.
Okay.
He is not 100% sanctioned and letting his feelings affect this professional side. That is my
So you
opinion.
don't think that he should feel betrayed, 100% betrayed by Tfue?
Yes,
I
that
just
is what
want it
I
to
am
be
saying.
clear cut. You don't think he should feel betrayed by Tfue for what Tfue did?
Yes.
I feel Tfue should feel. I mean, no, Banks should feel betrayed because Tfue left. Didn't tell Banks because Banks and Tfue are friends. That is a personal thing. Okay, Banks helped Tfue get to.
See. I will let you finish that, and then this is the
And I've
finish.
already
No.
explained that to you. I've already explained that if
See, but
I'm
that's
your
the thing.
friend and I help you get to where you are and you just leave and sue me, I'm gonna feel betrayed. Like
See,
anybody's
but
gonna feel
he's not
betrayed.
suing him. Joe.
Suing my company, motherfucker,
Joe.
it's the same thing. He is.
It is not
It's the
the
same
same
thing with
thing.
the James Charles Tati thing. This nigga went right behind her back and didn't. Well, he didn't. Okay, that's different. Well, it's the same thing, but more information came out, so that's a
No,
little bit
see,
different.
no, that's definitely not the same thing. It's way different.
No, because James Charles supposedly in Tati's video, James Charles went behind, hit her back, and he supported a different vitamin. That which is
Why you
again.
say James Charles hot? What the fuck?
What, motherfucker?
James Charles, shut the fuck up and let me talk.
That nigga is
Just
kind of
Joe.
fine though, look.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Oh my gosh. Tfue professionally left Faze, or not, he technically didn't, but he is trying to leave Faze Clan and sue Faze Clan for something Faze Clan did. Faze Banks, just because he is the see, and this is the thing, Joe. Just because he is the owner and feels upset because they were friends does not mean he then gets to let his friendship be affected by Tfue legally trying to leave Faze. That is where you are letting the personal touch the professional. He gets to be upset, but he doesn't get to affect their relationship or act upon it. He gets to feel it, and that is it. That is all he gets to do, because it is a professional matter at the end of the day. It has nothing to do with how Tfue treated Faze Banks or how Faze Banks treated Tfue. It has nothing to do with that in their relationship. All this problem has to do with is Faze Clan being legally sued by Tfue. So So that is where I say Faze Banks is wrong, because that is the legal side of it, and he is making that legal side personal. He is not allowed to make this legal issue then affect him and Tfue's personal relationship when it is a legal problem. Nothing about this is personal. It is all legal, as it should be taken as and should be acted upon. He doesn't get to act and lash out at Tfue and beat the shit out of Tfue because Tfue left the Faze clan.
He's not gonna beat the fuck out of Tfue. What are you talking about?
I'm making a statement, Joe, saying that he doesn't get to act upon his emotions and let it affect their relationship.
It should affect their relationship 100%.
It definitely should not affect it. And that is the problem, and that is why you're wrong.
Sam, I've already explained. Listen, if
because
you,
it don't it is black and white. Why are you letting it become gray?
You're literally talking about something personal. Listen, you said their relationship. You shouldn't let that affect their relationship when it becomes personal when you're. I keep forgetting personal? That I'm just repeating myself. There's no point
why
in
does
talking.
it become?
Why
does it become personal? Why does it become a personal thing? Why does a legal situation become personal? Just because it is his company.
Let's go. Are you ready? You ready for me to talk now? Because if it becomes, this is why it becomes personal, Sam. Because
we're getting somewhere. We are getting somewhere now.
I'm literally about to say the exact same thing I've been saying for the past 3 hours.
All right, well, let's hear it.
So let's hear
it.
Why
does it get to be personal?
Why
does a legal situation get to be personal?
Because
tell me that.
This is why it gets to be personal. Because if he wanted to keep it legal in business, you could have went up to him because he's your friend, correct? He's your friend. You can go up to him and say, "Hey, let's just handle this out of public and like in behind closed doors, and let's handle this like men and be business." Okay? Tfue didn't do that. Tfue dipped, sued, and didn't tell Banks, and Banks did so much for Tfue. That's why it becomes personal, because you did that. You're gonna sue his company when he did all that, when he let you into his company.
You don't get to put.
Oh
I see
my
what you're saying,
shit!
I see what you're saying. No, and I agree somewhat. You don't get to, just because he helped him though, that doesn't mean that he then gets to claim he's leaving me. I get to be mad about that and not be friends with him for leaving my clan.
So you think he should? Do you think Banks should still be friends with Tfue?
Yes, because this has nothing to do with their relationship. This has nothing to do with it.
Sam, do you know how dumb that sounds? You think Banks and Tfue should still be friends after Tfue just sued Banks? That's coming out of Banks'
company.
Pocket.
No, it's not.
Oh my shit.
I mean, if you go for the lawyer's shoot, sure, that's gonna be going out of his own pocket, or he could choose to use the Faze clan money. Like, come on, he is suing a company. If he was suing Faze Banks directly, he is suing him indirectly. He is not suing him directly. If he was suing Tfue, if Tfue was suing Faze Banks directly for something Faze Banks did, stop being friends with him, Faze Banks. Stop being friends with him. I agree completely.
Sam.
I don't agree when it has nothing to do with Faze Banks directly. It has to do with him indirectly just because it's his company. And that is why he doesn't get to make it personal just because it's his company. That has nothing to do with it. That has nothing to do with the problem at hand. If he is upset because he is suing his company, okay, get upset about that. He is upset because he didn't tell him about suing it, and that he feels like it's being towards him a little bit. But it is not being towards him directly. It is indirectly towards him, which is why the personal side doesn't get to come out. But it is indirectly a fucking legal matter, whether or not it has to do with best friends. That you all base it because of the fact that it's Faze Banks and he's friends with Tfue and he owns it. If you would not have had, you would completely agree with me or change your subject if the leader was still Faze Banks and the best friend that made the video was Faze Adapt. You wouldn't have said any of it. Would be such a different conversation right now. You are only putting this up because it is Faze Banks and he owns it. That is the only reason. It is because he owns the company. If he didn't own it, you would not. And if that was his best friend and FaZe Banks didn't own it and FaZe Adapt owned it, and he didn't tell FaZe Adapts, you would not hear FaZe Adapts talking about I feel betrayed.
Yes, you still would.
No, you wouldn't.
Because Faze Adapt. If the situation was the same, if Faze Adapt helped help Tfue get in. If you just literally switch the names, it'd be the same shit.
No. Then you didn't. I guess you didn't understand then what I said.
You think if FaZe Bank wasn't the owner and it was Adapt and FaZe Banks wasn't the owner and still helped Tfue get in and then Tfue left and sued FaZe, it still would be betrayal. To Adapt. Yes, it still would be betrayal.
No.
You're betrayal the whole FaZe. You're betraying the whole FaZe clan. FaZe clan is directly associated with FaZe Bank.
Bro. Then why? Then you betrayed Sulfur Springs for moving.
What?
Yeah. Do you see how dumb you sound?
I told the coaches I was leaving. I didn't betray nothing, brother. Are you kidding me? I told everybody.
IRLs?
Huh?
Y'all are IRLs?
Yes, we are IRLs.
Yes, we are IRLs. This is why we are fighting like this and haven't already just stopped talking to each other.
This is like 8th period all over again.
This is 8th period all over again.
Except the shit, I had fucking people who had my backs. Like I had fucking, what's her name? Angela. What was her name?
Man, Angela.
What was her name? I don't think that's her name.
If Angela would agree with you on this, then I would my idea. But I don't think she would.
She would.
Because
she would.
No,
I need her.
She is logical. She is logical.
Exactly.
You don't. She is logical. She is gonna say you don't mix personal with professional, no matter what the situation.
I think she would still understand that. Like she has like no feelings, but I think she like.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I say, bro. That's why I say if we had her, you would be wrong in this situation because she would agree you cannot put personal with professional, no matter who it is, what the situation is. It's not right. It is immoral. It is unethical to let any personal shit affect a legal situation.
So, basically, we've had this debate, and I remain right. So there's not yet one person.
You remain wrong.
Listen. We've already had Medium come in. Medium already said that Banks should feel betrayed. You said that he shouldn't, and then that's the end of the story, right there. Clear cut. Pop, pop. We're done. We're done. This is why I want to have questions set up so we could get Medium in here, ask him a few questions, and then go to the next person. We sat here for like 30 fucking minutes. I can't even get somebody else in here. I don't have anybody else to get in here, bro. Shit.
It don't matter.
I remain right though. It's like
you don't. I don't think you should feel betrayed.
If we get Legion and Slots in here, bro, they're gonna cook you. They're gonna fucking cook you. I can't wait until they get on. I'm finna type in the chat right now. When they get on, motherfucker.
This whole time you're still just pretty much. The reason why I say you're wrong is because you're still pretty much telling me he has some sort of degree of right to let his personal feelings affect a professional matter.
Yes, because of the situation. Yes.
Why does the situation matter?
Because of how everything played out and how the situation right. He should feel betrayed. That's 100%. Being a part of FaZe Clan, is more than just being a business. You know, it's a family. It's a friendship.
But when it becomes a legal matter, that's the problem.
Oh, so because it becomes a legal matter now, all family just goes away. Like, no, that's not how that works.
Yes.
Family
100%.
first. Family, friends first, bro. Well, not friends, but family first. And that's what FaZe was, you know. FaZe is a family. You say he's not choosing.
They're technically really friends.
Okay, so if you want to be technical, then FaZe Clan is technically FaZe Banks and FaZe Clan is technically the same. So if you're suing FaZe Clan, you're basically suing FaZe Banks.
from a legal standpoint.
Yep.
From a legal standpoint, though.
1000%.
Not from a personal standpoint.
Mm-hmm. FaZe Banks.
This is how we're gonna get technical with it. FaZe Banks is FaZe Clan, therefore he is suing FaZe Banks. FaZe Banks gets to feel that, but does not get to feel it as much as you are saying, and in the way you were saying. He doesn't get to feel it in the way that you were saying because of the fact that it is a legal point.
You literally just had the opportunity to win this argument with how I made it so technical, and you still lost. That's crazy.
How? How did I lose?
Because Faze Clan, if I said Faze Clan, Faze Bank,
Faze Clan
your
is
whole
Faze.
your whole argument was that Faze Clan and Faze Banks are two totally different things in business, and one's business and one
No,
personal. And
I
he's
didn't,
not.
I didn't
And I
say
said
two.
that. I just said.
I said that they are
Oh
the
my
same
God.
thing. I'm saying, though, that he needs to make. I'm saying that he is making it the same thing. He needs to make it two different things. That's where I'm saying the problem is that he is making it a personal matter when it shouldn't be a personal matter. None of this is personal. None of it then should be taken personal, and none of it should. That is where this is. That's why, Joe.
I think you're seeing Tfue side, and you're not thinking about Bank side.
No, I see bank side. If I owned a company and somebody in my company left my company and decided to then sue me, regardless if it
No,
is
not
my
just anybody. Your friend, your best friend, like me. If I left
fine, Joe, if
and
you
sued
left
Joe Black
my
ass
company, if you sued my company
without
for
telling you
illegal, yes, without telling me that you're suing my
on
company.
false accusations, shit that
See,
just
Joe,
some shit I just made up. I'm suing Sam because he's
See, Joe,
ugly.
and that is the problem. Is you say that, but you say that he is wrong. Tfue is wrong in that.
As of right now, he's wrong. Yes, absolutely.
In your own opinion.
We all have our different. That's what this whole debate is
I
opinions.
get it. No. I'm trying to get you to understand the difference between opinion and fact and personal feelings and legality. I'm trying to show you the difference. I am not trying to say you are wrong and him feeling betrayed. Like, he gets to feel it, Joe. Humans are humans. He gets to feel emotions. People are passionate, brother. But that is not what I am saying, you motherfucker. What I am saying is that banks making a legal like, if you left me, Joe, without telling me and sued my company for a legal reason, I am not going to be mad. If there is an actual problem with my company and you're suing me for that reason, then I take full responsibility of the problem.
And I
don't
didn't
make
warn
it
you about it.
personal.
And I didn't warn you about it. Your own company. And I didn't warn you about it before I left and sued you.
Yes.
You feel okay about that?
Yes.
That's dumb. That's just stupidity.
No, it's not dumb. Because I would take full responsibility because it is my company, so it is my fault for not knowing the problem.
No, if I'm supposed to be Sam, friends help each other.
If my company is treating someone badly, regardless who it is, Joe, whether it is a friend or not, if my company is treating someone badly and I don't know that my company is treating them badly and then they decide to act upon that, I don't take it personal. Do you see what I'm saying now? It doesn't matter if he knew about it or not. It is the fact that he didn't know that they were treating Tfue like that. And that is why he doesn't get to feel it. Because if you are the owner, you stay on top of everything. You know about everything. So he should have known Tfue's money was getting taken. If we're going off of the fact that Tfue's money is real. That's where he should have known that because that is his company. So yes, he takes full responsibility for it. So no, he does not get to be let personal mix in with professional.
Sam, but they're Sam. Oh my god.
Joe.
I don't know. I'm not gonna get anything out of it. I'm not gonna get anything out of repeating myself multiple times. So we should just probably drop it, I guess, at this point, because there's no. We should just wait till slots and other people get on so they can explain it to you, because I've done all I can, and you just won't see eye to eye.
Do you see what I'm saying, though?
Sam, I see what you're trying to say.
No, but that's actual how life works. Do you not get that?
Not in this situation.
Joe, you don't understand. The
You're saying
situation
it's in
never
every situation
mattered.
that's black and white, in that if you somebody
It is
rapes,
black and white. It is black and white.
not in this
So that is
situation.
why, yeah, Joe, legally for court, it's not gonna matter.
We're not talking about court, Sam. We're talking about if he should feel betrayed. How he feels is not going to affect the court. We already know that. But we're talking about if he should feel betrayed by Tfue and should be his friend or not.
No.
Which you said he should still, and I say he shouldn't because Tfue left and sued the company. Like,
exactly, the company
that Faze Banks created that directly ties with Faze Banks. So if you're suing Faze Clan, you're suing Faze Banks.
I get it, yes.
He owns it. If you own a clan, it's yours. So you're getting sued. Like, I don't. What do you not get about that?
But you don't get to let your personal feelings affect any of that, because it is not a personal thing that is happening to him. He is not personally being attacked. He is legally being sued, legally being attacked, not personally being attacked. Do you get what I am saying now? Like, he is personally not being attacked. The situation is that he is legally being the situation is that legally a person is being sued. Their company, their company, not themselves. Their company.
Sam, if you're the owner of a company,
yeah, it is your Joe, but you don't understand. Once a situation arises like this, you have to then separate yourself from the company. Be like, Faze Clan. Be like, nah, he's suing me. The way you're making it sound, Joe, is pretty much you're saying Tfue is suing me. No, Tfue is suing Faze Clan.
If you're the owner of a company, if I'm the owner of a company, somebody sues my company. They're suing
the
me.
company.
They're suing me
They're suing
because
the company.
I own the shit. So anything that goes on is me because I own it. So anything that happens within the company is on me because I am the owner. Therefore, if you sue me, if you sue the company, you sue me.
It is on Banks. It was on Banks to take care of the whole problem with Tfue. Still hasn't been taken care of, so Tfue's taking legal action.
But Tfue and Banks are friends, and if you betray your friends, if you sue me without even telling me,
the friend part does not matter.
Banks already said that Tfue wasn't willing to negotiate his contract.
And that is why, Joe, that is why we are having this debate. Because you are allowing them being friends to dirty up this legal issue. This is not an issue between them. This is not an issue between them saying something to each other or not. This is an issue legally.
It goes beyond legal action, Sam.
It doesn't, though. It doesn't, though. That's the point I'm trying to show you. Is once it becomes a thing, that is all it is legal. That is all it is professional. Once it becomes a professional matter, that is all it is. And at the end of the day, you have to play it like it's professional. Otherwise, you will lose yourself in the whole ordeal, and you will end up damaged, and you yourself will not no, Joe.
Sam, in most situations that is correct, Sam. In most situations that's correct. I'll admit.
Every situation that is correct.
But it's not every situation.
Why does it get to be different just because he is the owner?
This is different because it's not because it is because he's the owner, but it's also because Tfue and Banks are friends.
It doesn't get to be because
Tfue and Banks were friends. Okay? If you're my friend and I help you grow to how this nigga is
you get to hold all power over me.
No, but you signed a fucking contract. If you sign a 3-year contract.
So the contract holds power over me.
Yes, because you signed it.
But not the fact that you made me. Oh my god. The contract's what holds power over me.
Okay, what is that? Yes, the contract. You're in a 3-year contract with Faze. Okay, motherfucker. If you don't want to negotiate your contract, then motherfucker. If you're gonna sue me, then tell me. Because Tfue wasn't willing to negotiate. So Tfue is the back.
Tfue does, Joe. I get what you're saying. Faze Banks his company is being sued. When it comes in this kind of situation, it doesn't matter if they are friends or not, because Tfue didn't bring the friendship side of it into the equation. Banks did. Tfue is playing the legal game as Tfue should play. Banks is playing the legal and emotional game. When Banks should only play the legal side. He should feel the emotional side, but only act upon the legal side of it all. And that is why I believe FaZe Banks is wrong. Because he is bringing a personal side that was never brought in the first place to a legal matter. It has been a legal problem since the beginning, and it still is a legal problem, but only Banks brought in the personal side now. Not everything legally is personal. Not everything in life that people do to other people legally is personal. Why do you think when people betray other people, like it's just business, nothing personal? Because it is only business. It is nothing personal. So people to then let them both distinguish together that's why it's wrong. Is because you are not supposed to allow both sides mixed together.
Like I said, I don't know how to say. I don't know how more to explain to
Here,
you that you're wrong.
Joe, let's do this. Let's say okay, let's say this. Let's say Joe. Let's say you own a strip club, right? Let's say Josiah Ivory owns a strip club and has a girl in the strip club that does particularly well. Let's say I owned a strip club as well, but I wanted that girl. Let's say I went for that girl and got her to come to my strip club. You making a girl, a coworker, a girl that works for you, come to me, become a problem that affects our personal relationship is why that's the problem. Because I didn't do to you anything personal. All I did was business. All I did was take your girl and put it in my strip club. That is business. That is the professional side of it. You getting upset and stopping our relationship is why it's wrong, because you're now bringing a personal side into it.
Sam,
And
you're
that is
talking
what
about two
Banks
different
is.
situations, Sam.
But no, Joe, but you don't understand. It doesn't matter the situation. It is the same over and over and over, black and white. It is a professional problem. He is bringing his emotions into it and messing with his
No,
relationship.
in this specific, listen to me. In this specific
It doesn't matter
situation,
about the situation. It is always wrong. Every 100% time, it is always wrong to bring personal into professional.
in this
No
specific
matter what you say.
situation, I don't
No,
care what you think.
Joe,
I say,
you
okay?
are wrong.
You are wrong, Sam. 1,000% you are
You
wrong.
are wrong.
I've literally proved
It
you
is
wrong in
wrong.
every single sense of it, and you just keep saying the
No.
same shit. That is
How
wrong.
have you proved me wrong? No.
Let's just wait
Joe.
until Tfue's. Let's just wait until Tfue's shit comes out, and then we'll finish this. Cause Tfue comes out, and then he says some different shit. Then we're both wrong, and we're just saying shit right now. Cause we're arguing with half of the facts.
We're arguing with really zero facts.
Zero. We're arguing on assumptions. On what we think is right. So let's just wait till the facts come out. Let's just wait till the facts. I gotta go pick up my brother.